The 31st annual Valentine's Day Murdered and Missing Indigenous Women's March took place beginning at Main and Hastings, an area where hundreds have been reported missing or were killed. Family members like Marlene Jack, whose sister Doreen's husband Ronnie, and their 2 young boys were reported missing in 1989 from Prince George, BC. Despite hundreds of tips and ground searches, the case is still open, with police appealing for anyone to come forward with any information.
Pray for our families, pray for our women, to keep them safe.
And with protocol and initial ceremonies complete, the crowd of nearly 5,000 began their somber march, remembering those they've lost and demanding justice. For Carol Martin, who was not only on the organizing committee, but she also knew many of the victims of serial killer Robert Pickton.
It hasn't gotten any better. Anything else has gotten worse. Violence has become a commodity. So is homelessness, and nothing has changed.
And just as the march was approaching the statue of Gassy Jack, this video caught the moment that some people in the crowd had used ropes to topple the statue of Jack Dayton, a man that was famous for opening numerous taverns in the area, later named Gastown. But as Cease Weiss explains, Gassy Jack was also known for another reason.
Gassy Jack is a very well-documented pedophile. It's written in the archives of Vancouver. I just read a poem, and all of the work that was in there mostly came from Vancouver archives. All the information about his wives, his 2 Squamish wives being 12 years old when he married them, and he was over 40 years old, and if that isn't a pedophile, I don't know what is. So we've all had to stomach, for the last 150 years, people worshiping this man because he built a village full of taverns.
And for many that took part in the destruction of the statue, it symbolized taking back their power.
This is a step towards decolonization. This is a step towards reclaiming our spirit and for saying no more stolen sisters, no more pedophiles being glorified. Everybody shut down people like Harvey Weinstein, but we can't shut down Gassy Jack. We've sat here today watching people come up and take pictures like he's some hero. He's not a hero. He's a monster.
The city of Vancouver released a statement saying, while the statue is clearly a symbol of pain, violence, and trauma associated with colonialism and violence against Indigenous women and girls, the actions that removed it in a dangerous way undermines the ongoing work with the Squamish Nation to guide the steps towards reconciliation. Vancouver police are investigating what they call mischief, and so far no one has been arrested. Tina House, APTN National News, Vancouver.